a lot of people would like to see is, and it's something movie-wise, and I think the best way to do this is through animated form, even before the theatrical film happens, and that is to get a decision, and that is to finally find out who Gadget is going to choose. You know, come up with some kind of big animated adventure. Do something that, you know, is going to do something that's going to get people's attention. If you get my drift, longtime fans that is. Hold on for a sec. Sorry about that. I think my dog thought she heard my mom coming home. My mom's still at the Stanislaus County Fair right now. Oh, I think it's the county fair in Turlock. But anyway, like I said, you know, do something like that. You know, do a film like that. You know, kind of make it a big, epic adventure. Maybe, you know, they have a final confrontation with Fat Cat or something. Maybe you have all the villains come together to have a final showdown with the Rescue Rangers because they've foiled the plans. I don't know. Mostly the animal villains, that is. But, you know, do something that is, like I said, do whatever kind of adventure it would take. But, you know, in the midst of it, do something to where you finally have Gadget choose. Either between Dale or Chip. Because that is something that a lot of longtime fans, whether they want to admit it or not, they want an answer to. They want that question finally answered. And to do an animated film with, that could be, you know, that would be a direct-to-video film, sort of like I mentioned before, give us a taste of what we're going to get theatrically. And there is no doubt in my mind fans would eat it up. They would go out, they would buy the Blu-ray, the DVD, and they would watch these films. But again, these are just, to me, this is just potential that, you know, Disney can tap into. And it's not just Rescue Rangers either. You know, I look at Tailspin, and what you could do with Tailspin is, you know, beyond anything I can even think of. I mean, with Tailspin, you've got the door wide open for so many adventures, so many new adventures you could work with. I mean, the show alone itself, and I said this even back in 1990 when the show came out, the way it was animated, the way it was written, the way it was presented felt like every episode was a 30-minute movie, a 30-minute feature film. That's how it felt. And even when they went into two-parters sometimes, the two-parters felt like they were massive movies, one-hour movies. Not just two-part miniseries, they felt like they were huge movies. That's how they felt, in my opinion. That's how they felt. And to me, with Tailspin, the possibilities there are endless. I mean, the Disney Comics adaptation of Tailspin, even after they adapted the miniseries, Plunder and Lightning, showed you exactly what could be done. It did. Even the Disney Adventure magazines showed you what could be done. They gave you the taste, Disney, of potentially what you have at your fingertips. What you have at your fingertips, Disney, is a gold mine. With not just what I suggested for a Rescue Ranger animated film. You know, like I said, expansion of the Double O Chipmunk situation, you know, a final confrontation with Fat Cat, you know, having Gadget choose finally. And, you know, doing adaptations of the two story arcs by Boom Studio Comics. But now what you could also do with Tailspin is beyond belief. I mean, you could do a backstory on Kid Cloudkicker. That movie alone is what fans would definitely watch and definitely see. You could finally get Rebecca and Baloo together in a film. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could have a final battle with the air pirates. I mean, the possibilities are there. The possibilities are endless. They really are. Darkwing Duck's another good one. I mean, you can make it more of a, you can make him, you can adapt some of his things from Boom Studio Comics as well, and maybe even do your own things of, that take place years later, and you can have Gosling maybe in her mid-teens or late teens, and she's now a full-grown superhero heroine as the Quivering Quack, or, whatever. You can even do a sequel to Slime OK, You're OK. Well, maybe down the line, for some odd reason, she gets the after effects of what happened to her and she turns into a slime girl again. Who knows? Possibilities are there. Goof Troop you already did 2 movies of, but you never did a 3rd one, which I think was in the works. And that would be great to see whenever you end up doing it. And I think fans would like to see it. Bonkers, no matter how people feel about that, possibility is there. It really, really is. I mean, fans would love to see maybe a reunion between Lucky and Bonkers along with Miranda. Maybe even have his friends of Fondue, Jitters, Fall Apart, Grumbles all come together against a big baddie. I mean, you have a gold mine at your fingertips, Disney. Fans watching this, you fans know this. I speak to Disney as I speak to you right now. They know this. They have gold mine right in their hands. Gargoyles, for goodness sakes, they got a gold mine there. I mean, look what they did within the first 2 seasons, and even with that Goliath Chronicles. You can't tell me they have a gold mine. They don't have a huge gold mine on their hands, but that is huge right there. The possibilities. I mean, you could take any of those spin-off ideas that Greg Weismore wanted to do, and you could turn any one of those into a full-fledged animated film that could be direct-to-video, and fans would eat it up. They would. Mighty Ducks, the animated series, is another one. Fans would eat that up. Because the possibility is there, too, for continuing on. I mean, you have, what is it? You have a fan, as we speak, creating this huge comic at DeviantArt called Breakaway or Beakaway. And it's fantastic. I mean, I know I said this word many times, and I'm sorry if I say it again, but the potential is there. Gummy Bears is another one. I mean, goodness sakes, can you imagine how many fans want to know exactly what happens after the final episode, King Ickthorn Part 2? A lot do. You can have that thing take place years later. You can have them rebuilding Gummy Glen. You can have them still living in Usala. So much is there. Heck, you can give fans like me something that we all know is gonna happen or would happen. Have Cubby and Sonny grow up and have them get together. Yeah, there's some fans that are gonna deny that's not gonna happen, but you know what? The possibility is there. I've said it that Cubby and Sonny, the way the living situations is akin to how some of the characters in Friends was like. So think about that. I'm just saying, possibilities are there, potential is there to do some great stories as direct-to-animated films. I mean, your entire Disney Afternoon library, Disney, is a literal gold mine at your hands, at your feet. And these ideas that I've given you, they can work. They really can. It's direct-to-video animated films, and especially if you're planning to do a live-action CGI hybrid of Rescue Rangers, doing Rescue Ranger direct-to-video animated films, to give people a taste of what maybe the CGI will be, or maybe just do them as 2D with some CGI in it, would work and would succeed. I believe it would. And you fans know this. As I mentioned earlier, as I speak to you and I'm speaking to them, you know that to be true. You know that. You know that. But to me, this is just speculation on it's not speculation, but to me, this is just my thoughts on what I think Disney should do with the Disney Afternoon lineup. I really do. I really think they should bring the Disney Afternoon back in a big way. I say take a page out of DC Comics and Warner Brothers, do direct-to-video animated films, and I guarantee you people will buy them, they will eat them up, they will like them. You've got the potential of so much story to work with, adaptions from things like Boom Studios and stuff. It's endless. And you know what? I hope to God, I hope and pray to God you guys do it. Disney, you got a gold mine on your hands, my friend. It needs to be done. The people at Movie Pilot know this. The people watching this know this. And you know it. And all I'm going to say is just going to hope and wait. Hope and wait, hope and pray. Because you guys got a gold mine. You really do. All the shows from Gummy Bears, DuckTales. Well, you've done so much with DuckTales, I don't know what else you could do with them. Rescue Rangers, like I mentioned, with the adaptions of the 2 story arcs from Boom Studios, the expansion and a sequel to the Double O Chipmunk episode. Doing more maybe with someone like bringing back a character like Baby Thaddeus for a movie. I mean, stuff like that. Giving us a featurette story, a featurette animated, giving us a maybe 10-minute, 30-minute featurette animated wise of Gadget's origins could be big. Tailspin. So much you could do there with Cloud Kicker's origins. You could do a movie based on that. A movie based on Rebecca and Baloo getting together, just like you could do with, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. You could do something to where, you have, Gadget finally decide who she's going to choose between Chip and Dale. Darkwing Duck, another good one, what you could do with that, especially maybe years later with Gosling being, in her teens, late teens, maybe being the quivering crack, getting ready to take the mantle from an aging, almost time to retiring Darkwing, or maybe having the after effects of what happened to her in Slime OK, You OK come back and affect her again. You got that. Bonkers is another one, like I said. And then Goggles. I mean, oh my gosh, like I said, what you could do there. Mighty Ducks, same thing. The cliffhanger ending, people want to know. I mean, the possibilities are endless, Disney. And fans, you watching this, as I speak to Disney as well as I speak to you, you know that's true. Possibilities are endless. But that's all I'm going to say, folks. This is just my thoughts on what I believe Disney, what you should do, Disney, to get people hyped up, and what you should do with your Disney Afternoon lineup to really revitalize them and bring them back. Take a page out of DC and Warner Brothers playbook. Do these direct-to-video animated films on, release them on Blu-ray, digital HD, DVD. And I promise you, fans will watch them. They will eat them up. They will buy them. They will basically say, "Give us more. Give us more." And that's all I'm going to say, folks. You let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.